Hey guys, so today I want to make a quick little comparison here between the Huawei Ascend P7 and the iPhone 5S. So let's do this video. So the Huawei versus 5S. Yeah. So the first thing of these phones is that they're pretty interesting because they both have very beautiful designs. And that's the thing that I want to go over in this little video. I also want to talk a little bit about some specs changes and stuff like that. And yeah, that will be awesome. I'm just going to change to the official theme here on the Huawei when you buy it, you know. There we go, there we go. We have the iPhone. Okay, so 5S, which is the latest iPhone to date with latest iOS 7.1.1 versus the Huawei with Android 4.2 KitKat, with Huawei's own Emotion UI, they're calling it something like that. So first of all, the main thing here you can see, of course, is a big display here on the Huawei. It is a 5-inch display, so way more space here to do interesting stuff on. The iPhone 5S has a 4-inch display. We're expecting to see a 4.7-inch iPhone this year, and maybe even a 5-inch iPhone. You can see that this is pretty fun. Both have no like app drawer. Usually you see that in Android, but the Huawei doesn't come with that. So that basically means that it kind of has probably adopted that design that Apple likes with no app drawer. So that's pretty interesting. And another thing here, 1080p resolution here versus a 640x1136 resolution here, so a little bit lower here. But then again, the display is smaller. The Huawei is a pretty interesting device in, I mean, both are very quality made phones with like glass and aluminum here on the sides. The Huawei is 6.5 millimeters in thickness versus the iPhone 5S, which is 7.6 millimeters. So the Huawei is one of the thinnest phones out on the market. There is actually one thinner, 6.1 millimeter variant, which is the Ascend P7, and then there are some other phones also that's a little bit thinner. You can see here some ports here. Everything's on the right side on the Huawei, volume up and down keys, the power on button, which needs to be inspired by Sony's Xperia phones. Seems like you have SD card option, and then of course your SIM card option here. You have down here, you do have on both phones the charging, and then you do get like a mic and sound here on the iPhone at the bottom, and then you get the headphone jack here, while you get a headphone jack at the top on the Huawei. And on the left side here, you see that iPhone has most buttons, volume up and down, and a mute switch. But yeah, very much quality on both. And this one, it strikes me as how thin it looks and the quality made phone, how really they've been focusing on bringing that nice like Apple look and design probably to Android. Some other things here is the Huawei comes at a very affordable price compared to an iPhone 5S. It probably can cost you half only, or maybe like 75%, 60% of an iPhone if you're lucky. So 16 gigabytes of internal storage, so you'll be able to install a lot of games. Of course, iPhones usually have 16 gigabyte variants, the cheapest one. 8 megapixel camera here on the iPhone versus a even better 30 megapixel camera that you do get on the Huawei, which is some nice stuff. I mean, really, that's some nice stuff. 30 megapixel camera. It also has some pretty interesting stuff. Oops, you don't have to see me. But it has some pretty interesting stuff, like the camera has like beauty, so you can increase the beauty meter. So you become more beautiful. It's pretty interesting how that works. It makes you more smooth and all. But 30 megapixel camera, pretty great stuff. And you like the screen resolution. I mean, you can zoom in, you get a lot of details, and that's quite nice. Might do a deeper video about the camera options if people are interested. Very nice menu here also with more options than what you would get on an iPhone. both for video, stabilizer, beauty mode, resolution. They can change GPS tag, and then a bunch of other things, which is interesting. So as I said, 4.4.2 KitKat here, latest version of Android on the Huawei. The Huawei could be a little bit annoying because it can kind of move around a little bit too much on the surface compared to an iPhone, which just stands a little bit more still here because it's not fully like glass back. This one is a little bit like the iPhone 4 and the 4S designs, which wasn't really super good because it kind of moved around a little bit too much, and that could kind of suck. I mean, that could really suck bad. It has quad-core 1.8 GHz Cortex A9, so very good processor for its price. I really do enjoy that. The iPhone has dual-core 1.3 GHz, some kind of cyclone, and it also runs amazing, of course. And more part of that just because it has lower resolution display, a little bit smaller, so they can save up on that. The GPU here is the G6430. All games runs amazing on this one in the App Store, like Asphalt games and a bunch of other games. While on the Huawei, you do get the Mali 450 MP4 GPU, which runs amazing on GTA games like Rockstar's games, GTA Vice City, GTA San Andreas, and a bunch of other games. But specifically with Gameloft games like Mortal Kombat 4, Asphalt 8, and probably a ton of other Gameloft games, the Mali 450 MP4 GPU is not super good. But then again, you can't get everything for the price that you pay. You still get a very big display, which could be nice. And you can still play those games, but it's really not that super impressive. You get a 2500 milliamp battery, also so way bigger than the 1560 milliamp battery that you do get inside of the iPhone 5S. And then some other, of course, additions here to the 5S is like you have a little button here, so you have a you basically have so you can unlock the phone with your finger, same as with the Galaxy S5. And if you take a quickly look here at the UI as well, on the iPhone we have a quick control center here to quickly toggle some stuff. Of course, you also get something similar here on the Huawei with all these quick toggles, which is something that I think that Huawei and that they got inspired by Samsung, which is using a lot of these quick toggles. So a lot of very useful quick toggles here, which I definitely do enjoy a ton. And then of course we do have the power down screen. Let's quickly look here, and Huawei with their own kind of UI that they have on top here, they used to have added a bunch of cool features like themes that you can already install, a lot of cool wallpapers, a lot of their own apps that's just well made, which I might definitely take a look at in a future video. And yeah, that can definitely be some nice stuff here. Both are very good designed phones in menus and stuff like that. Maybe a little bit that the Huawei looks a little bit old school in some aspects in the menus compared to an iPhone 5S, but overall very cool phones, both these. So yeah, I might do more videos with these devices if PayPal are interested, and yeah, there can definitely be some fun things, so definitely let me know about that. And you can also see the multitasking UI here. I might check out some voice assistant comparisons and such like that. You have a quick close all apps section here, which I do enjoy, so you can just close everything up quick. On the iPhone you don't have that. Hopefully it can come something like that in iOS 8, even though I doubt it, but yeah, quick comparison.